Hello everyone and welcome to Mother Gaia Alchemy, where we dive deep into the support of the earth and all her allies that we are able to tap into to help us on our journey, both in co-creating our lives as well as just learning to support our bodies, our minds and our souls using what is naturally available to us. Today we are going to be diving into Black Spruce Essential Oil, the tree that grows under the northern lights, or better known as the Aurora Borealis. So right there we enter into the magic of this particular essential oil, which is in truth the essence of this tree that is rooted as an evergreen, green through all seasons, in this place where it is exposed and receiving the full spectrum of light. Let that sink in just for a moment. This tree, the black spruce, in its natural environment, in its natural habitat, is rooted and held and blessed with the full spectrum of light consistently throughout its lifetime. So when we tap into the essence of this tree, we are tapping into all that it has received from the cosmos through the rays of light, as well as its rootedness that goes deep into the earth, which is why in some circles this essential oil is known as the oil of stability, because it is so deeply rooted. It offers those who use the oil an experience of feeling stable and rooted. Another aspect of the magic of black spruce essential oil is in its Latin name, Picea marianus. Picea marianus, spruce of Mary, Mary's spruce. And so there, for anyone who has a connection with Mother Mary, that nurturing, caring, holding aspect, brave, able to move through experiences of difficulty and challenge in grace and feeling that rootedness. And you just feel that energy of Mary, Mother Mary, as she comes in through the essence also of black spruce essential oil. Another aspect to the magic of this tree is in the fact that the oils are distilled from the leaves. So as a spruce, it has needles. So the leaves are needles, and these needles point in each of the directions. It has 4 sides, so it is pointing in every direction, which means that if you are someone who's wanting to practice a deeper connection through nature-based practices with the earth, you will understand that the 4 directions is essential to this particular practice. Acknowledging the 4 directions, acknowledging the beings and the elements of each of those directions, and acknowledging the circle of life. And so there are layers to the magic of this particular tree. And so when the leaves are put through a distillation process, and the distillation process allows those volatile molecules of the essential oils to pop open under this gentle heat, then the essence, it's as though the tree starts giving itself to allow itself to be known through its essence. It's worth noting that not all essential oils go through the same process of distillation. Some processes of distillation involve a chemical one, whereas others are what I've just described, this gentle releasing through heat. And then add to that a lot of essential oils that we find are filled with bulking agents or fillers. So when you are wanting to work with the oil, the essential oil, be sure that you source an oil that is clean, that hasn't gone through a chemical process, distillation process, that has come through in a way that is really honoring and respectful of the land where it is sourced, and honoring and respectful of the people who are responsible for caring for the trees or the plants that you are using the oil from, and also that is honoring to the plant itself, that there is integrity there. Okay, so just on that, we move into, okay, so what is it then that black spruce does? Where is it, how is it that we are able to use it for ourselves in a way that is supportive? The way I like to use this oil is I take just one drop. If you've got a clean, pure oil that hasn't been mixed with anything else and it's been through this really beautiful, respectful experience of distillation, you just need one drop, okay? And so one drop in the palm of your hand is all you need. And what I like to do is I take my finger and I rub it onto the crown. Okay, so the topmost part of your head, your crown, just rub it in, and then whatever's left over on your hands, you rub your hands together and you just hold it in front of your face so that you can have a few breaths with this oil. And the reason we like to use our breath and why we like to inhale these molecules is because we have an ophthalmic gland that sits about here, and this ophthalmic gland, the oil molecules pass it and crosses the blood-brain barrier within 20 seconds. And within 2 minutes of inhaling it, it is moving into your bloodstream. And then within 20 minutes, it is intracellular. So inhaling the essential oil is one of the quickest ways of moving it into your body. Now, it's just been a few seconds for me, and I can already feel in my solar plexus that there's been a quickening. I'm feeling it right now. I can feel the quickening in my solar plexus. This is not to say that it works on the solar plexus. The chakras that are connected to black spruce is the crown and the third eye and the root. So those are the ones you are working with, and the reason for that is because it is the oil of perspective, opening up perspective, opening up our perspective to divine perspective. But physically, I feel it in my solar plexus because in traditional Chinese medicine, we learn that this oil has an outward expression in the body, which means that it anything that feels stagnant or stuck will be impacted by these oil molecules and the outward expression. So it disrupts and disturbs anything that is stagnant or stuck within, whether that's energetic or physical, mental, emotional, on all these layers. So I'm feeling that outward expression in my solar plexus. But having put it on my crown with the intention of actually connecting to divine perspective. So when we are stuck in patterns of thought, patterns of belief that we know is not serving us, that we know is dense and stagnant and is not moving us forward. This oil lends us this essence of being connected to that full spectrum of light, the Aurora Borealis, and it allows us to step out through that outward expression. It allows us to also step out of what keeps the mind small and rolling around in its own loops, and what might feel, where the heart might feel contracted and rolling around in its small loops, and it allows the opening up. So the third eye is able to look outward and see. The crown is open to receiving light, is open to receiving messages of light that can come in and bring purifying and breaking past what keeps the being stuck. So just feel that as we talk into this. It's like the oil of, not just of stability. If you put it on your feet, you will feel a sense of groundedness. If you put it on your crown, you have a sense of expansion. And so it's this curious connection between the two. Like, so in order to really be able to expand outward in perspective and being able to see multiple perspectives rather than tunnel vision into one way of seeing things that doesn't serve you, and if you feel and understand that you know this and you don't know how to break out of it, you root yourself by applying just one drop with a little bit of carrier oil underneath your feet, and see how you are becoming rooted like that evergreen in every season. And then that then roots you, grounds you. Your root chakra feels grounded and held and safe, because in order to expand in any aspect of our lives, we have to feel rooted and grounded for the nervous system to feel safe, to allow that. So when we are not feeling safe in expansion, we are going to want to hold back. We are going to feel as though we need to contract again. And if the divine is calling us towards expansion, then root first. Root, feel the safety in that, and then allow yourself to reach up and outward and become open. Some schools of thought say that Black Spruce Essential Oil links you to the sciences and to mathematics. So if you have a desire to understand like sacred geometries or understanding higher formulas relating to science or mathematics or sacred geometries, then this also helps you to tap into that. And if you think about it, the full spectrum of light, any aspect really that you are wanting to dive into, you can use this oil to open up your mind to divine perspective. So the plant allies that go with Black Spruce for me are spirit animal, eagle, easy, eagle. Because eagle is able to lift itself up higher than all the flying beings that we are aware of, and able to see the full picture, the higher perspective. Walking here now to this place where I'm recording in the forest was an eagle leading the way in front of me. It was beautiful to watch, and I felt really, really blessed and honored to experience that moment. But yes, spirit animal, eagle. Okay, lifting up to higher perspectives and seeing the full picture. When we are here and we are wanting to work through our perspectives, our perceptions of things, of people, of relationships, of our circumstances, and we are recognizing that there is a stuckness and a stagnancy there. We here, and we may have that awareness, but if we're only going to work from this perspective where it's like it's right in front of us, and we're not getting the fuller picture, we are only going to see it from here. And so what this oil does is it lifts us above. Okay, so just like the eagle, to rise above, get the higher perspective and see in every direction, circle around it, go into it, rise above it, come down, zoom in there, and then come up again, and really get the full experience of what it is that you are working with. And then the crystal that I like to work with in relation to black spruce is a crystal called purpurite, and I'm going to just hold it here in front of the camera, and you can see the beautiful, beautiful purples that come through in the stone. Okay, it is absolutely magnificent, and it reminds me of the purple that comes through in the Aurora Borealis. So this stone, keywords for this stone, is also crown and third eye and rooting. Okay, so you are, again, if you're working with this stone and a drop of black spruce, it is really going to support you in traveling outward to really grasp what it is that the divine wants you to experience and see and feel and know in those moments. So you can meditate with this stone while having black spruce on your crown, or black spruce on your underneath your feet, and or here. So you can put it in all three places while holding the stone while you meditate. For those who are breathwork practitioners, you can use it for breathwork as well. And so if you're a facilitator or a breathwork practitioner, then you can bring both the crystal and the air element of the eagle alongside the element of water, which is what black spruce, the element that black spruce is connected to, the element of water. So yeah, that is black spruce, and I hope that you have found the information here today to be supportive and helpful in your journey. And yes, I'm new here on YouTube, so if you find this helpful, please like, please share, please subscribe, and there will be more videos coming of other essential oils that I've worked with and other plant practices or nature-based practices that have really helped me on my journey. So thank you for being here with me, and see you soon.